Hey, what's up guys? Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. I'm out with my hot tent setup and I want to just do a walkthrough of what my hot tent setup looks like with the wood stove, the teepee tent, and then how everything is set up on the inside to make it a really awesome, comfortable experience out in the backcountry. We've already had plenty of rain and weather move through overnight. Got things nice and soaked, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful experience in there. Got to like 60, 65 degrees inside of the tent. Let's take you inside, show you what we got for everything happening here. All right, so inside of the tent here, you can see there is a massive amount of space. So the teepee that I am using is the Luxe Octopeak. It's an amazingly roomy one-person hot tent setup with the stove, bathtub floor, and tons of space for gear and wood storage to keep things dry. So you can see over here, I've got a lot of space to bring some extra wood in that's going to keep it dry, because right now it's actually raining. So that'll keep that wood dry so that I can always have good dry fuel for the stove. The stove that I'm working with is the Wild Wild West, or the 3W titanium stove. It's got a nice beautiful window here on the front, makes for awesome like ambient experience with the light at night. Just, it's so awesome to have a fire burning inside of your tent. And here comes the rain. But I've got a big storage of fuel for the stove. This is about a day's worth right here for me for a morning fire, and then in the evening, depends on what's going to happen with this weather today. We're supposed to experience snow. But then over here for my sleeping setup, I've got a bunch of like all of my sleeping stuff with me, easy access, but I'm sleeping on top of the Luxe bathtub floor. This is the single bathtub floor. And then my sleeping pad is the Thermarest Topo Luxe, which is an insulated, that's what the Luxe means, insulated 4-inch sleeping pad. And then my sleeping bag is a 0 degree down Thermarest Questar sleeping bag. So even though I've got the wood stove in here, I don't necessarily want to have like a 30 or 40 degree bag, because this is gonna burn out and it just doesn't make sense for this to burn all night. I'd rather sleep, so I'll get nice and comfortable in the sleeping bag, and that takes care of that. And then back here, I've just got storage with a small ground sheet for all of my extra gear, my backpack, my food, and that kind of stuff. So lots and lots of amazing space in here, and I've got tons of room to move around, so it's easy. I can even stand up if I want, and it's very comfortable, very, very comfortable. Now the Luxe Octopeak is as it sounds, an octagon shaped teepee shelter instead of some of the smaller models from Luxe that are a hexagon shape. This just increases the sleeping area and makes it a lot bigger on the inside. But granted, it is a very large teepee. And there's a couple tools that are really important to have when you are going out with a hot tent. And that's two critical things that allow you to process wood. First is a good saw that you are able to break down your wood pieces into smaller lengths that are gonna fit inside of the wood stove. And then second to that is just a quality axe. At least this is the tools that I like to carry with me. This is the Gransford Brook small forest axe, and makes processing wood a lot easier. Even though it's kind of heavy, it's the winter, and staying warm is part of the game. So this is one way to stay warm. This is the second way to stay warm, and your sleeping bag is the third way to stay warm. So important tools for your hot tent setup to make things more comfortable for you. But there you go. That is my hot tent setup for winter backpacking. And I don't go crazy miles in this case. I just enjoy going to a really beautiful location like I've got here right now in the forest, and I can't complain. It is simply incredible. So gonna enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, see what kind of weather comes in on us, and yeah. If you guys have questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. See you later.